So out here today, we got a couple of things that we're doing to clean up, to get ready for the trusses. There's a couple of miscellaneous activities that we need to do. We're going to knock those out today. Come on with us. Let's do this. All right, what's up, everybody? It's Brian, and over there in the doorway is Karen. And welcome to the Little Orchard Farm. Today, we are going to get inside and make a couple of adjustments. Robbie was here the other day. We had a couple of discussions, and there was a couple of things that we're going to change on the interior to make the cabin maybe a little bit more home friendly. And so what we're going to do, number one, Karen is drilling some holes in the floor so that the water can get out. It is supposed to rain again for the next next 2 weeks, essentially, it's going to be raining. But what we decided to do was, number one, this wall right here is 30 inches, and Robbie said that the safe length for when you're going to put a refrigerator maybe right next to it is 33 inches. And so we're going to take two 2x4s and stack them right here and build this wall out. And then we're going to take this stud off and move it in a little bit. We're going to come over here to the closet in this bedroom, and because this bedroom is, I think it's like, is it 8 feet wide, Karen? I think it's like 8 feet wide. Yeah, 7.5, 8 feet. Put a full bed in here, and it's really, really tight to get into this closet. And so Robbie recommended that we take the closet and move it around over on this wall over here. we've got, Robbie and I got in a couple of days ago and we marked out all of that back wall. And I think we got most of this probably up to halfway of the front wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the straight stick on the end today. And so we'll have the straight stick ready. And then we've got to get a couple of 2x6 by 12 footers so that I can make the scaffolding. Good grief. I'm struggling today. I'm struggling. So, Robbie.
To think after the Titans won.
Yeah, no, right? For all of you, we are huge Tennessee Titan fans. And wow, what a big victory yesterday against the Baltimore Ravens. Supposedly the best team in football. Not anymore. They're home watching the Titans. So, tighten up. Remember the Titans. Yeah.
They remember forever the night they played the Titans.
So anyway, Robbie brought a couple of scaffolding or walk boards for us. So we've got to get some 2x6s so that we can put those all the way down this mid wall. And that's where I will stand, or Karen will stand. Probably be Karen, because I will be lifting them up from the other side and passing them across. And then we've got to stand them up and then nail them off on the mark up there. So, all right. So the things that we must get done prior to the trusses arriving are the straight stick that we'll put up on the wall that will make sure that the very first truss that we set is flush. And the second thing is we got to cut up a bunch of these scrap 2x4s into 17.5-inch lengths to go in between the trusses to make sure that they're evenly spaced in their plumb. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it says the truss top cord template. So when the two trusses meet together, there's going to be a piece of OSB on each side. So there'll be two pieces of OSB sandwiching the truss. And that's going to hold the front side of the truss and the back side of the truss together. So that's this template. Top cord template, so we're going to set it aside and we'll be using that later in the process. All right, so to set the first truss and to make sure that it's straight and plumb, I got to put up a straight stick, 2x4 that's going to be anchored down here below the wall, but anchored to the wall here, to this particular stud, and it's going to extend about 7 feet above. I have to add a strip of OSB because of the thickness of the external OSB, and that'll push it in that 1/2 inch that I need in order for the truss to rest right up against the edge of the top sill, the top plate. And that truss will come across, and once once I get that to where it's straight up and down and I tack it off against the 2x4 that's going up 7 feet above, I'll know that that one is plumb, that it is dead on straight. And so then the next one that I set, I can use one of the blocks that Karen and I just, that we just got finished cutting. I can use these 17.5-inch blocks to then go in between each of the trusses and essentially set them to where they fall 16-inch on center all the way across. And that'll get us the front way through. We'll get all the way across on the front side. We'll do the exact same thing on the other half of the truss. We'll bring it up. We'll lay it across. It'll match up against the backside truss, and we'll use that top cord template that I was referring to that I cut here a few minutes ago. We'll use that as to mark out the OSB, and then 2 pieces of OSB will essentially connect the 2 pieces together, the 2 trusses together. Hope that made sense. All right, so our little straight stick is up. We've got we got a little bit of a lean to it. So the next time out, I'm going to take a couple of 2x4s and bring it all the way down to the ground, stake it in, and I got to pull it out a little bit. It's leaning just a little. And that board is the absolute key, very, very instrumental in making sure that all the rest of the trusses are straight and plumb. And so, yeah, I gotta make sure that bad boy is straight.
Goodbye, everybody.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
So, thanks for joining us today. We really appreciate you coming along for the journey. This week, this Friday is actually, so it's a Sunday afternoon. So this Friday, trusses will be delivered, and we hopefully will get a little sunlight next weekend. I'm not holding my breath, but if we do, then we'll be putting trusses up this next weekend and trying to get it dried in. So stay with us. Appreciate you joining us. Hope you have a great week. Until we see you the next time, see ya.